Testing, testing. Well, if you told me a month ago I would have generated a development cluster for ARA jewelers, I would not have believed you. Really, a lot of thanks out to Ralph Schroeder, and it was a pleasure meeting Bernard Muller, having a few conference calls, and I was able to apply my fascination and obsession with trigonometry into a very simple, wonderful clustered node. So I'm moving a bit away from how I've traditionally been making my videos. I wanted to show evidence of production and development on my own part. I think my career is changing in another direction. Excited to stay making public sculptures and doing things like this, but very excited with the fact that this is a parametric node offered for jewelers to get with and interface with easy user interface to generate not just things like this, but starting to bring in whatever they so choose, closed or open curves. So please jump in here, grab yourself a curve. Doesn't have to be planar, closed or open, doesn't matter. Set your item to here, and boom, you're into another Helix form that's really doing what this script does well. Ralph really fine-tuned everything I was doing. The logic behind it was something that I found as something I'm fascinated with, and so excited to see this take place and become a node to be incorporated into the ARA system. So please subscribe, become a member of ARA, get the kit, get the nodes downloaded, get making. It doesn't have to be jewelry. You can use these clusters and nodes to do any form. I know I'm going to incorporate it into the Kansas City Art Institute Digital and Modeling program focused on generative, computational, and parametric sculpture and modeling. We are making it easier for people to jump in here. So hats off to these two. Thanks for starting this organization. Thanks for involving me. And I am so excited. I mean, you know what I'd do to this, and I'm just going to throw it in here as a bonus. I'd go back into my grasshopper, even though I'm fascinated with it may work with a closed serve. This may fail on me. I've had a little bit of trouble, but let's reparameterize that curve and do what I love to do so much. Grab a nice little range. That's just more math the better in my mind. Let's throw that through a graph mapper, and I do find closed curves this has a little trouble with. Let's choose something simple like a parabola. Let's run that data through the 0 to 1 range and throw it in here and see if we can't pull off a pretty good and once again, no, it's closed curve. I had a little trouble with sometimes you run into a little bit of trouble with the variable pipe. Let me grab that and throw that back into something that's open, and I know we won't have the same problem. So set one image, and there you go. You get a variable pipe that you can really start playing around with the geometries. Have a lot of fun with that. As I take this through, play with a little bit of these sizes and scales, and you can see I could probably even go in here and set my range much higher to have a much bigger effect of the change. And there you go. I've taken it a little too high. So let's just narrow that down, have fun with that sign. Let's go into parametric types, play with the Bezier. Let's go in and play with sign summation, another nice form. Not really thinking jewelry on my part when I get into this. I just have a lot of fun with what I'm doing, changing the dimensions and the iterations of what's happening here. So really have some fun with it. I'm so happy that those clusters and nodes are packaged away for people to become so proficient in just changing and playing with them. It's got a little finesse there, they call it. Yeah, Helix finesse is what I gave it a call. So I'm glad they used that word. And I'm just playing around with the size and scales, and I'm able to make whatever I want. You don't have to know the details of what's in this cluster. You don't have to go in there. We took care of that, and I must admit, Ralph did an awful lot to fine-tune that and ensure it works without the pipe, but certainly works without the pipe on closed and open surfaces. So get in there, have fun, join ARA Jewelers, and let's see where the future leads. I know it's currently digital, so let's see what the future takes the digital to. Thanks very much for watching.